Okay, so I am going to be impulsive and I am painting the edges of my edition of Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have never done this before, so this could turn out horribly, and the hope is because the third book in the series is coming out, there will be a very, like, pretty special edition coming out, and I'll just get the 3 of those in that set, and if I ruin this, it'll be okay. Hopefully. Or it turns out really good, and I will be very happy, and I will have a wonderful, beautiful book now. So, I am not an expert in what I'm about to do. I did not watch any videos on how to properly do this. I did a quick Google search, so on top of that, plus my previous memories of watching other people do this, that's what we're going off of. Could I put more effort? Absolutely. I'm impulsive, so we're not going to. So, I have clamps, because you have to clamp your book down so all your, like, edges are together. I have painter's tape that I'm going to use to, like, protect the cover edges. So, like, right here, especially since it's paperback, I want to be careful of that. And then I have a bunch of paint and hope and a dream. And then I found this image off of Pinterest. And we're going to do that. I don't know who the artist who drew this originally. My bad, I don't know who it is. My plan is I'm going to do, because I own both of them paperbacks, I'm going to just, like, paint one on each if this goes well. That's the plan. I can't draw, especially not people. Could this go poorly? Absolutely. But we have a hope and a dream, so we're gonna get started. And I brought napkins purely because I have stolen the clamps out of my father's garage, and I don't know if they've been used to clamp, and I don't want them to get my books dirty. I don't know what's been on them, so I don't have scissors. It's okay, it's painter's tape. I don't need scissors. Right? I don't know what I'm doing. Is that obvious? Okay. I'm just gonna paint. I'm not painting yet. I'm not even there yet. I'm just gonna, like, tape. Yeah. If this painter's tape ruins the cover of this book, I will also be very sad. But it's also, like, it's painter's tape. What could go wrong? It's painter's tape. I should start from the inside corner. Also, I apologize. You cannot see what I'm doing, and I just could not figure out how to set up a camera in a way that you could, so I gave up. I could try harder, but I don't want to psych myself out of doing this, which is why I have done no research, because we're just gonna do it. And hopefully something happens and it turns out wonderfully. I've just realized I also have to do the back cover, and that's really disappointing to me. So I was just like, oh, I'm almost done, and I can just clamp and get the painting. No, I can't. I can't do that. Wait, no, close. Okay. Oh, wait, that. And then fold over. I need scissors. Darn it, wait. Just come off. Oh well, that's just gonna stick out, I guess. Okay, so I have, like, the front cover done. And so I can't get that to stick down, but, like, I just taped all around it, so that way when I paint the actual edges, this will just come off and this cover won't get damaged. It's painter's tape, so hopefully it won't actually damage the book. I don't know. I should do more research into this. Absolutely, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna keep going until I get to the fun part, and then I'm probably gonna panic a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing at all. I would, oh my gosh, if this goes well, I will be probably doing this more often, and I think the next one after I finish this series would probably be Rebel Witch, because that was beautiful, and I think I could do like a fun thing with like the mods on that. Maybe, I don't know. We're back to the issue of I can't draw, so I don't know what I'm doing ever. Oh no. There we go. Okay. That went really poorly that time. I don't know what I did wrong there. Okay. And then just taping down this one. Okay, so now it's all taped. And then I'm going to clamp it down, and I'm putting the paper towel on top of it, so that way my clamp doesn't get my book gross. I could have also cleaned the clamp off before. I know what I'm doing. Promise. Also, I don't, so like, don't believe that. What's the best way to do this? Wait. Sometimes I should not just be allowed to do whatever I want. Okay, wait. How do you hold? I need more hands. That's not possible. And then, what did I? Yeah. That's what I did. And then this twist. That's all I think that's tighter. Yeah. I figured it out. Except that's not. I might have to go in from the side, because that's like, ignoring this side, that's still like really open, and that's not what we want. 1 second, wait. Also, I just realized that I forgot to do the back of my book with a paper towel, which I brought 2 of them for a reason. And there's now a mark on the back of my book. Oopsies. Okay, wait. Okay, so going in from the side, maybe? And then I just, because I was gonna paint the tops and bottoms. Oh my goodness, this is becoming a hassle. Wait, come back. But I don't know how to paint the tops and sides. If my clamp is covering them, I don't know. That goes there, then comes up. And then we tighten. Nope, don't move. Just, nope, that's not tighter. Or is it? Yeah, it is. I swear I know how a clamp works. See, I also, like, first of all, my paper towel is screwed. Is that too tight? Like, it's bending my book, and I don't feel like... I'm also probably just now realizing I probably should have done this for the first time on a paperback. That probably would, not paperback, a hardcover, because I feel like a hardcover would take this better in whatever mess I'm trying to do. Yeah. I'm gonna call that a day. This, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something. Sure, I don't know. If you're watching this and you have suggestions on what I did wrong, please let me know. I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly. Close. And then, nope, that's loosened. There's a wave in my book. 1 second. Oh. Nope, that's loosening it. Don't do that. Do I need a third clamp? Because I will be very upset if I go out and grab a clamp because I only brought 2. No, I don't. Maybe I do. Don't. Why are you bulging? I think this clamp can be fixed. Maybe. Loosen it. Wait. Okay. Don't turn. Just hold still. No, that's for sure, I think, worse. How did I make it worse? I really just want to paint it. Is that bad? I don't know. It doesn't look awful. It looks better. It's clamped. That's for sure. And then, the smart thing to do, I don't know how, we're just gonna lay it like that? Sure, I don't know. Let's be to sketch. I did not bring a pencil. I don't even have a thing. I have a pen. Is it wrong to sketch with a pen? Probably. It's just the face. I can draw a person. Surely. No. I'm using a pen to do this. This is so, don't listen to anything I'm doing. No, that's loose. Don't loosen the clamp. Keep that tight. Okay. Because I kind of, where should his head be? He's a tall, Victor's a tall man, okay? And I refuse to do, I don't know, this is probably a very niche thing, but there is a comic book series for the Villain series, and it's, oh, what is it called? Wait. Extraordinaries, that's what it's called. And in it, it's not about Victor and Eli because it's about like some other like extraordinary people, but they do make like a little guest star appearance. And if you've read the Vicious novels, you know that Vicious is very tall, very gaunt, fluffy blonde hair, type man, and in it he is very broad-shouldered and he has a buzz cut, and I was disappointed because who is that man? It's supposed to be Victor, but I refuse to believe it was, because it was just like, Victor's tall and gaunt, why does now all of a sudden he have broad, bulky shoulders and a buzz? Like, that's a real crime. Get Victor back his hair. He does not have a buzz cut. I refuse to believe that, because that's not the Victor I know, you know? I'm procrastinating drawing on this because I don't know how to draw. I could choose. I scrolled on Pinterest and Google for like 30 minutes to try to find something I like to do. Most of them were skeletons, and I thought that would be harder to draw than a person, and I'm now staring at the picture in my book and I'm realizing that's not true. It probably would have been easier to draw a skeleton. And I could still back out, but that would be quitting. And I don't want to quit. I'm gonna start. Is that too tall? No? Well, you don't see his legs. That's the thing. He's mainly just torso. I don't want to make him super tall, but I don't want to make him. I'm overthinking this for sure. That's okay. I don't know how I'm gonna color him in yet. Because right now he's black and white, and I might just leave it like that. This pen is not working. I might just have to go in with paint and hope and pray. That is a bad idea. But we're gonna do it because I have a plate for little dinosaurs. I just found it. I don't know if that's smart. I don't know if that's the right thing to do first, but I am gonna paint a white, just like base coat on the whole thing. And then go in from there further and add the details. Woohoo! I swear I'm a professional. No? Big brush, because I do really also, I should have wetted my brush. Hee smoky water. Okay. I wanted to wash my brush first, but I don't want to get any of my brushes super wet with water just because it's still a book and I'm really worried about damaging it. I say as I paint white. Is this doing anything? I don't know. What type of stroke should I be using? I should have done research for this, but it's too late now because I started. And now I'm committing. It doesn't need a very thick layer of paint. It just has to be there. Oh, don't do that. And then I'll figure out how to paint the top, because I think for the top edge, for the bottom edge, I'm probably just going to leave it white because I don't know what to do there. And then for the top edge, I was going to just, do blood because I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh. All of my paint is very old and I probably should have shaken this first, but it's okay. Because like, I don't know, that was a lot of there was a lot of like blood, and then like there was also a lot of Victor's like blackout poetry. But I just couldn't, like, I don't know. I didn't like the idea of doing blackout poetry on the edge because it's like, it's more words, and first of all it would be very small, and then it would also like, I don't know, it just felt weird. Why am I like, if I was gonna black out poetry something, I would probably black out poetry the actual book and then you did the art piece. That would be cool, honestly. If I get a new edition when the third book comes out, I might honestly do some blackout poetry in this book because that I think would be very cool. And then it would also speak to the book itself. So glad I taped down those edges and I added napkins because I totally would have painted the cover of this book by now. Okay. That's, I think, can I just paint? I don't wonder if I can just paint around the clams for my edges. But that's, you definitely can tell the difference. I was really worried you would not be able to tell, but you can. Like, that's very clearly white. Now that has to dry, and so while that dries, I might just try painting my top and bottom white as well. I could technically paint the top red because it needs to be red for the blood. That's the other thing. I'm asking you, like, do I do the whole top red or do I just like do a bit of red and call it a day? Because I could do just a bit. I don't know. I should have planned this out more is what I'm realizing as I'm doing this. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Thankfully, I can pretty easily just paint around the clams. So that's going for me, and that's about the only thing going for me. I wonder. I'm trying to keep all of my coats of paint very thin because I don't want it very thick. Or at least I don't think I do. Also, that's I totally got hair in that. I got it out. Look at that. Baby. Yeah. Okay. So the bottom also is done. And now I just have the top to do. And then I'm back to having to paint Victor. I have a lot of excess napkin up top. 1 second. There you go. That's better. Okay. I'm also, I am super excited for the 3rd book of Vicious because first of all, we have some predictions today. So if you have not read the villain series, both Vicious and Vengeful, spoiler warning, you should read them. I got paint on my hands. They're both incredible and absolutely amazing. But yeah, spoiler warning for that. But first of all, Marcella, I am so sad that she died. Like, we met her and then she died in the same book. And, like, obviously, like, I feel like her, I don't know what she would have, like, done. I feel like it was a very well-fitting death for her and it worked out very well, plot-wise. I just love the absolute icon that she was because she was just incredible the entire time. Like, I knew the moment we met her and she's just, like, opens up with killing her husband by, like, completely playing him, I was in love with her. Because, like, you know, that was iconic. You know, like, you're right, Miss Ma'am. He cheats on you, you gotta take her. Especially, he was a mafia man. He should have seen it coming. And then she just, like, completely rose to power, and I loved her so much. Which, so because we know we have our wonderful, wonderful Sydney. So technically, she could be brought back. Unless, wait, was she blown up? I think she just died. I think she was just, like, shot or something. Because she just needs a body. But, like, Sydney could bring her back, and I would not be upset about that because I was gonna paint the top red. Oopsies. She was iconic, and I want more of her, and I would love to see her team up with, honestly, either Victor or Eli. I just see it more plausible, her teaming up with Victor, just because Eli is very much a lone wolf. And Victor says he is. And he just continues to, like, adopt people into his posse. And he's iconic for it. Like, Victor's amazing. I love Victor. He's one of my favorite characters ever from B.E. Schwab. Just in the sense that he is absolutely amazing and incredible. I think that's the top. 1 second. I was totally about to paint this man upside down. And that would have been very sad. Because he's just so iconic for, like, you know, like, how dare my best friend get a girlfriend and start paying more attention to her than me? So, you know what? Obviously, we have to escalate the situation to the extreme. And then on top of that, I also, like, first of all, I love all the characters in these books. But Eli is also just iconic because I love myself a religious, like, kind of, like, moral standing villain. And that's what Eli is. Eli is very much, I am doing all these awful, horrible things, but I'm in the right for it, so who's gonna judge me? And it's just like, dude, you're not. Like, you can't do the things you're doing. But you know what? Okay. Because that's one of my favorite things about this is that neither of them, like, Victor, I feel like accepts it more. I'm rambling. Accepts it more than Eli does. But both of them are like, they're not truly like evil people in their heads. Just like they're just doing what needs to be done, you know, and that's complete, like, that's just what they're doing. They're not horrible people. Eli's because he's on that moral religious high ground. Victor because someone has to stop Eli, and I must love them for that. Do I start with the trench coat? I feel like I start with the trench coat. And then I'm gonna use, okay, here's the plan. I have Van Dyke Brown I'm gonna use for the base of the trench coat, and that's just so I can like do all my outlines and everything in black still. And then I have like the Scarlet, which I might darken a little bit. And I might lighten this for like blonde. I am not an artist, but I do want him to have blonde hair. So I'm going to use this and lighten it and hopefully get close. And then I need a skin tone, which I might, oh wait, I'm gonna use this, not Scarlet, Crimson. I have this, which I think if I lighten, maybe, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay, we're just gonna start with the brown and paint his trench coat because I have all of his, this is my white base done. And then I'm gonna go in and do this. And I'll come back when that's done because that could take me a while, and I need to concentrate for this because I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. But yeah, we're gonna start with this color, and I'm just gonna go in and paint his trench coat now. That's the plan. I'll come back when that's done because you can't see what I'm doing here, and I know I've run out of things to talk about while I do this, and I need to focus. So, wish me luck. I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay, so I finished just like the outline for the trench coat. So, oh my god, this thing is now very awkward to move because of the clamps. Alright, so I don't know if that's appearing very well, but like he does, I mixed the brown with a bit of black just because I do want it to be like kind of black, and then I also, oh, my leg's cramping. Okay, I also did like a black shadow type deal, which I think you can see. And now I just have to draw like the fabric lines in his arm that is in the coat, so it's not just a weird, my leg is really cramping. And then after that, it's on, I have to mix his skin tone, which will probably, I don't know. Oh, nope, that's not happening. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna add details and come back probably again. Wish me luck. This is probably the easiest part of this whole thing, and now it's over, and that was, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so I finished, like, the coat outlines, or, like, details or whatever. I don't know if this is, like, the colors are very close, but I can't. So, like, you have his, like, arm going to his pocket, and, like, just some details on his neck and everything. And I'm actually very happy with how this is, like, turning out so far. Like, it's doing way better than I thought it would. And now I just have to mix his skin tone, which could go very, very, very wrong because I don't know what I'm doing, and I could do some research on how to properly, like, mix a skin tone. I'm just gonna go for it, and we're just gonna hope for the best. Okay, now you're... Okay, so I'm thinking... Just, like, squirt it all over me. Okay, wait. It's okay. It's fine. Oh, it's, like, all over my finger, actually. Never mind. It's okay. So I was thinking I would start with that, and then I need, that will work, some of the white, and then mix. I'm doing this, and it's not working at all. So I might, wait, actually, I take that back. It's working a little bit. but I think I definitely need more. Like, cause like that's very close to my black and I don't want it any darker. Wait, okay, let me add more white. That's probably way too much. Oh well, I can always add more. I can't take away. Okay. Mixy, mixy, mix. Okay, so I think that's definitely working. The question is, wait, I have a very bad habit of not knowing to stop, so I should stop while I'm ahead and call this good. Like, I don't. He's pale. This man is a pale man. He's been in jail and then he just is a recluse because, you know, it's Victor Vale, you know? Just a little bit more. I know when to stop. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Part of me is tempted to add like red into this, but I know that's a mistake because that's not what I want. I don't think that did anything. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think I added enough to like actually make a change, and I'm too worried to add more now. But that's good enough, I think. Like if I put it on my hand, I'm a pale person. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Now I just have to paint his face. Yay me. Is this, I don't think this is dry. I think I need to wait for this black paint to dry before I go in to paint his face. And that's purely for my sake of mind. So I'll come back when that's done. And then also I probably will paint, like block his face out, and then I will paint his details. Maybe, I don't know what I'm doing. We have skin tone and we have his body, and I just gotta like paint him. And now I'm looking at my picture again, this one, and Victor's gonna, not Victor, Eli's gonna be so much harder. He's so much more like there compared to Victor, who's just hidden his trench coats. Why do I do these things to myself? It's okay. I'm very happy. Now I just let it dry and paint his face, and I'll come back when that's done because hee hee. I don't know how to record what I'm doing in my lap, so hee hee. Okay, so I blocked out his head and I kind of hate it. Which is an issue because like actually holding it up, it looks better than I thought it would. Okay, wait. I hate his nose, and I feel like I can fix that. And yes, I know like the back of his head is weird, but that's because he has hair. He's not a bald man, and so therefore I'm not worried about that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, like, draw out his face with the black. And then if I hate it still, I can go hopefully back in with white and like touch up mainly just the edges. I don't know what I'm doing. But first let's give this man a jawbone because he needs one. Right? Okay, wait. So his jaw kind of starts here. This would probably go better if I had like actually committed to sketching, but I didn't. So my paint is not dry. I should quit while I'm ahead right now and then wait for my paint to like dry, but most of it's dry. It's really just this ear that's not dry, so I'm just gonna keep going and we'll come back to the ear part. but like jaw, and that's all neck. And then, see, I don't know how a face works. That's the real issue. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Because we have like his chin and his lips. He has a little bit of a frown going on. Because this man doesn't know how to be happy, let's be real. And then draw up. And then we have his nose. I think adding details is definitely helping me, because I think before I was just like, I don't know what this is, but like now that I'm able to see his face properly, kind of. He definitely still looks a bit weird, but that's okay. You know, I'm fine with him still looking a little strange. Ah, don't drop on me. I got white paint on my hand again. Okay, what am I doing? Eyeball. Wait, actually, I'm gonna start with his eyebrow. It's a smart thing to do for his eyebrow, but also to paint it in his hair color that I need to mix still. But that requires a level of planning that I did not commit to. So he has some thick brows. My bad, Victor. Sure. And now his eyeball. This is where it's gonna get real bad real fast, and I'm so sorry. Actually, wait. I need to stop doubting myself. I do know what I'm doing sometimes. Let me... Ear details. Okay, wait, and then we just like do a swoopy here. Yeah, okay, and then let me add in, let me clean my brush. And then let me give a little bit of white highlight to his eyeball. And I think his face is done, and I don't think I hate it. Take that back. I think the white detail just made his eyeball 10% worse than it was. Oopsies, I don't know what I'm doing. I think that helped a little bit, so I'm gonna keep it that way. But this is his face. Everyone say hi. He looks so much better in camera and then in person. I don't know if that's a good thing. Now I just gotta make his hair. I do know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this very yellow color. And then I have like a more neon kind of yellow, which I could also use, but I'm just gonna go in with that one and then a little bit of white again. This is all very scientific. Okay. And then what, I use this one for mixing. Clean that off. Dry it. Honestly, I wouldn't be very upset like if his skin tone got in here. I definitely need more white because that's still very yellow. So much. I think I added too much, y'all. Okay, wait. This is bad. Or is it? Let me mix first. It's bad. Oopsies. Wait, no, wait. You would think as a blonde I would know how to do this. Okay. So that's incredibly yellow still. Victor is a platinum blonde in my head. That's the way I see him. I don't remember if he's described as a platinum blonde. So I think more white. I think that's what we're gonna do. Is that the right decision there? I don't know. Not too much, not too much. There we go. That's enough. Yeah, more white was definitely the right decision here. Is that still really yellow? I can't tell. I don't want to ruin it, so I might just, it's blonde enough for me. In my opinion, it's the one that matters. So maybe it's a bit too yellow, but I think it's blonde enough. So we're gonna leave it. Where is this brush? This one. And then going back in. And we're gonna give him, oh, I left like water on my brush, darn it. Okay. Going back in. Let's give this man the hair he deserves. Okay, so kind of like, it goes down his neck and tapered out a little bit. It's giving a little bit Lucius Malfoy, and I'm here for it. Okay, wait, and then kind of goes up off his forehead. And the more I am painting this, the more I'm realizing that maybe I made him a bit too tan. But I'm just gonna live with that decision now because it's a little too late for it to, it's not. I could technically go back and repaint it, but I'm not going to. Okay. Once again, I'm impatient to not wait for my black lines to dry. Oopsies. And then just like kind of smooth it out, I think. Yeah. He looks like a 80s action figure. But I love him still. So I'm gonna let that dry. And then we'll paint on his like hair details. And then like some red, like he has like some red lightning thing and it kind of collides with this image. That's like still zoomed in. So I'll do that after letting that dry. And then we'll do like some blood dripping down from the top and I think he'll be done. And then he just has to dry and then I can like ASMR the cracking of all my pages that have been painted together. I'm very happy with how this turning out. I don't know if you agree with me, but I think it's great. Okay, so I finished Victor. This is him, and I am very happy. Like, I was very worried for how this was gonna turn out, and like, he turned out way better than I thought he would. So I'm very happy with this, and now all I have left to do is I'm just gonna do some red detailing with this one, which I think is dark enough. I don't need to add like any black or anything to it. And like I I still need to, like, once it, like, completely dries, I need to, like, go through and figure out but it's gonna look like when I, like, unclamp it all and, what's the word for it? Stretch him out. It will be very nerve-wracking. But I'm having hope that he will still turn out perfectly fine. And if he doesn't, well, I'll just not display him. It'll be our little secret that I ever did this and no one needs to know. But for now, I'm just like adding like the little red details on him. And then I'm gonna go through and I'm going to do like my blood dripping down from the top of it. And then he just needs to dry and he'll be like completely done. And then I get to crack him open. Which I don't know if I like the red detailing, but it's something I did. It's definitely there. And that's okay. So like, just a little bit red there, which actually all looks better from a distance, I'm learning. I don't like any of this very close up. And then I think I'm gonna map, I don't need, yeah, we'll use this brush here. And now I'm just gonna do like some little bit of blood, because you know, he's not a great person. And that's okay, because we like him anyway. So some red, and then I know I want it like a certain level down already. And then like we'll do one here, like one here, one here, here, like here. None of this is a very exact science for what I'm doing. I think this red is definitely a little bit pink, but that's fine. Yeah, so it's just, oh yeah, I love that. I'm just gonna paint I can switch to my big brush now. Where is that one? There it is. I need to put this in. I absolutely love, I'm very glad I did this. This is very impulsive and could have been thought through better, but I did none of that and I just went for it. And I'm very happy I did because I am loving how it's turning out. And it's been something I've wanted to do for a while because I see people do it. I'm like, I could do that. And then I don't. And then I was like, I've been wanting to read and I just not have been in the mood to like pick up my book and read it today. So this is what we're doing instead. Which I think is like equally fun. The napkin's in my way. Okay, wait. And also, I think this red will also look really good just because I do, like the cover of this book is red. So that will be fun for this. And I definitely will probably, unless like when I crack it, like unclamp it and like crack it open and it turns out really bad, I won't do the second one. But otherwise, if this turns out the way it looks like clamped, I will be doing it the second one. I painted the top all red. Ooh, my clamp is like falling down a little bit. Darn it, no. My clamp. Okay. Wait. Oh, let's use a different paintbrush. Okay. don't want it super streaky. But I'm feeling at that. It's fine. Okay. So I have Victor, and then I have the blood on top, and it's just white on the bottom. But I absolutely love, I'm gonna let this dry, like, I might take I probably won't take a hair dryer to it, but I'll let this dry completely, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm very excited, but also very nervous to like crack them open, and then I probably will also clean while this is drying, because I have a bunch of paint everywhere now. But this is him. I love him. I did a great job. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a great job of this. And oh, I'm so excited. Like, I want him to dry faster. Okay, so book is dry. So I'm gonna unclamp it, and we're gonna separate it. And hopefully, I think a quick way to do this is just maybe, yeah. Clamp one. That's my cat. She says hello. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to loosen this first. There we go. Okay. So, unclamped. And like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like go through, I think, and like individually do each page, which I want to be very careful. Technically, I shouldn't have waited so long for my Google search told me not to let it dry completely before I did this, but I didn't know how to like grip my pages if it wasn't completely dry. I just teared it. Oh crap. Okay, wait. Oh no. Okay. Very, very gentle. Oh, there's a expert of Darker Shade of Magic in the back of this book. I didn't know that. I haven't personally read this copy because I bought it after I read it, so but I'm finding the best way to do this is by starting, since my bottom I painted just like the one coat of white, I'm starting there, and then I'm going through individually and just like sliding my thumb through, and that seems to be working pretty well for just unsticking all of these pages, although it's 370 pages, so we're gonna be doing this a bit. Oh no. Okay. So I have officially gotten out of the acknowledgement kind of extra section, and I'm officially into the book. And like, I don't want to take super long doing this, but also it needs to be done, so here we are. I just teared another page, darn it. No, are you loose on the top? Okay. say, like, it looks very cool, like, just opened. Maybe. Don't tear, don't tear, don't tear. There we go. Like, starting to see all of it. Okay, there's like 300 pages left. I've only done this many. I'm probably gonna do the rest off camera and come back when it's all done. But all I'm doing is I'm just starting the bottom, like sliding my hand underneath the page to lift it all off the next page individually. And then just being very gentle and careful, and it's gonna take me forever to do this entire book. Yay. No, but I'll come back when it's all done because this is taking forever. Okay, I finished like going through, and so this is some after. I don't like overall I would say I'm very happy with how like he turned out. His nose grew. My bad, Pinocchio. I don't know why, like, it, like, I think it's mainly because this is how dark it is, but you can definitely see, like, it definitely happened a bit in the face, like, if you look closer. But it's very much apparent in his coat, and that's fine, you know. I didn't have any bleeding, which I was, like, most worried about. Like, none of it, like, bled through. All my pages are still clean. I tore, like, 3 of them pages, unsticking them all. So that's sad, but nothing, like, I could still read the book. Like, it's still, like, none of the words were damaged. So it's okay. And now I just have to remove the painter's tape. And this is the part where, like, I'm really worried about it, because, like, I tore 3 pages, but you can't really, like, you don't see them unless you're reading it. Okay. I removed the top one, and so far it does not look like it's removing my cover, which is good, because that was what I was most worried about putting tape on, is it taking off a bit of the cover. Especially because it was paperback. Oh my gosh, come off. I'm still struggling. Okay, wait. I don't have, like, long enough nails at this current moment to, like, do this the proper way. Oh my gosh, there we go. Oh, no, you're just tearing. Okay, that's fine. You can tear. Okay. Tape there. And now for this little bit of tape. Ooh, that one's tearing the cover. Darn it. Okay. Okay. You can definitely see where I clamped it. But I also think that also not just because I used a paperback, and I think this would probably have taken it better if it was hardcover. But oh well, that's fine. And then yeah, I got paint on the back of this book. Oopsies. That was just the tape, don't worry. Oh my gosh, come off. Okay. Yeah, I got paint on the back of this. Oopsies. Overall, though, I am very happy for, like, this, like, my first time painting a book. And I, like, very minimal, like, actual damage. And, like, my red, I love how he turned out. I'm very happy with all of this. And I will definitely be doing the second book in the series. If you have any tips to how, like your paint not get ruined, or, like, just not having, like, the clamps. And I will probably also making sure I don't let the paint fully dry before I separate. I'll probably make sure I dry a little bit and then separate them. But definitely give it to your impulsive desires and just like paint your books, because I'm very happy and like it looks so great on my shelf now. I'm so happy. Definitely do this. Like and subscribe for more weird things I do.